Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. It's Kristy. This is a project for Christmas, Advent of Christmas Stitchery with Dotty Bee, Sally from Dotty Bee on YouTube, and she has a Facebook group called Dotty Bee Slowstitching. So let's get started. I've gathered a few things and I wanted to show you what I'm doing. Now all of this is just a printout of her prompts. I'm slow to start because I had to finish my grimoire video, and that's finished now and that's up on my channel. This one is 1, 2, 3 and 4 prompts. So I've tried to circle some of the things that I might want to do. Holly, presents, a robin, and I'm not quite sure which one this one's going to be at the moment. So what I've gathered is lots of Suffolk puffs, materials, and bits and pieces and other green Merry Christmas type green fabric. And these are all Sally's that were in her stash, so I'm really happy to use those. That's another, and some of this is my fabric. We've just got these little bits and pieces. We've got a panel of some sort of thing. Most wonderful time of the year. There, look at that one. That's pretty. I made this last year. This came off a little tea towel thing, so I thought it was very appropriate for Christmas. Christine made these out of her vintage buttons, so that was very sweet. And I've got my cutouts for prompt 1, which is Holly. This is a lovely fabric with presents on it. And then what I did was for my prompt, actually might be for the other prompts, maybe 5, 6, 7 and 8, was Joy to the World, and I'm going to print this on fabric, but it's on paper at the moment. So let's try and get started. Really not sure what I'm actually doing, to be honest. Sometimes these things excite us, and then when we go to start, it gets a little bit daunting, but I suppose we've got to start somewhere, haven't we? Okay, so these are my reels. I've got these reels from a Morpeth in New South Wales, and it was a vintage shop. I think it's called Campbell's, but it is on my vintage haul video if you want to go back and have a look at that, and I possibly could link that to the bottom in the description below, and obviously Sally's YouTube channel as well. And Christine is starting hers, and there's a few other newbies, but I'm sorry I've forgotten your YouTube channel, but I will link them below. Anybody that's doing the stitchery, I'll link it below, and also you can go and, I've itchy hand, you can go and have a look on Sally's Dotty Bee Slow Stitching Facebook group for inspiration. So I've got my reel. Now one is a lot wider than the other, but that I don't think that's going to bother me because it can just come out to there, but it's got this at the bottom for it to be stable. So I've got 2. I wanted them to be matching. Obviously I'm not going to have one up there and one down there. I'll keep them the same. I've got my pins. So this is a piece of linen that was from Sally, but what I want to do is attach it to something else in the beginning. So when it rolls around the spool, that's the first thing you see when it comes off the spool. Do you know what I mean? So I wonder maybe I could attach this here, or just a general piece of linen fabric. Or I have something in my drawer. Or I could actually attach some of this green. That might look nice because I've got the green for the Christmas tree. Yeah, let's just do something different. All right, so that's obviously not straight, but that doesn't matter. I need to have 6 inches. I will just come down a slight bit, just in case it's not straight. And I'll attach, not all of this, but I will attach this to the end. See how we go here. Hope everybody's doing well and excited about the project. It's going to be a little bit big, but that I'll attach that to, she might not be too bad actually. I'll attach it like something like that. So then it just starts to roll. Obviously it would be actually the other way. So that's sitting like that, and then this part here would be there. So I will make 2 of those. So let's get another piece. And let's have it this wide. That means I've got rid of that bit of fabric altogether. So that worked out well, didn't it? And I have a little tiny bit left. Don't throw away these bits, you never know, it might be good for something. Bow tie, and I could unpick the end here, but I'm not going to. So that'll be the end of my scroll. So I will attach this to my scroll now, so I don't forget. I'm really hoping I'm not going to be, this project is not going to be too, well, not difficult. It's not going to be difficult. It's just going to be, because I'm late starting, I want to try and catch up, and hopefully I won't get too overwhelmed with it all. So, and what I did here was I unpicked this, so I need to iron that down. So that's flat, and then obviously I want to move some of that over and make that straight. And this is going to be my piece. I don't know how wide my pieces are going to be, so maybe I should just tackle this first. I have my oh, there we go. I have my trusty hair straightener to try and straighten that out. And let's try and sort the straight part of the fabric. There we go. This side is also got some overturn, and I'm going to try, I used this the other day. It was new from when I went to my quilting retreat, and it does unpick, believe it or not. You just got to try and start. It did work on my other one. There we go. Now I'm just going to do it gently. You can see that it just cuts the thread slightly, and you're able to pull it to the left while my right hand is cutting the fabric, hoping I'm not going to rip a hole in it. While that's heating up, it's going so far. That should be warm enough now. I'll worry about the other end another time. Now I don't know if this is it will be hot enough, but not as hot as an iron. So we'll see what happens. Hope you're all, like I said, doing well and getting into some projects, even if you're not following along with me or Sally or Christine or the other ladies on the Facebook group or other ladies on the YouTube channel. I hope you're doing a lovely Christmas project to get you in the Christmas mood. It's hard doing Christmas when your children grow up into adults. I don't have any grandchildren. Alright, we'll just slide it along. It's fairly hot, but not enough to burn my fingers. Let's do another slide along. You can see where it's been folded over quite substantially, and it's been like that for ages. So I'll turn that off. Put it in its case, and should have just left the fluffies on there. Actually, it hid all the what do you call it? The holes. So let me see if I'm going to get this straight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have both edges the same, so I'm just going to cut down here. Let's see if it's 6 inches. No, we needed exactly the same. Don't know if I'll keep that, but I'll put it over there in case. Now I've probably stretched it a little bit, so I'll just crinkle it up and try and shorten it back out again. There, that will do. Good. That will do. Out some pins. Might come in with some lovely green stitching and just stitch along here. I'll do that later. That's no biggie. At least that's sorted out now. And I have my vintage cloth, vintage linen to play with. So the first prompt for me was holly. So what I did was I cut out some holly. This is the pattern that Sally gave. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to just glue down the paper. Just slightly. See how that works, and then I can just cut it out. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit bigger than the actual holly. I've got some lace and some trims and some old doilies as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this video today because yesterday I came down with a terrible dizzy spell. Oh gosh, it sent me to bed for the whole day. I managed to get to the doctor because I didn't want it to be vertigo, but it wasn't. So let's do the other one. Oh look, I did. Look at that. I traced it out, didn't I? Silly. I did trace it out. Let's cut it out on the tracing line. These are probably not the right scissors to use. I need to turn this on to flatten out the creases in my holly. No, I didn't do that, so I'll just do this here. Now I get round the corners by sort of pulling the fabric. I've mentioned this before in one of my videos. You sort of pull the fabric and it helps you get a better cut when you need to sort of go around the corners. Sometimes you can't, but other times you can. That's what I just did then. I just sort of pulled the fabric with my scissors straight like that. Sometimes it gives it a nicer finish. I'm not going to keep those. Right, there is my holly. Probably think I should just cut that down a little bit more. Not really giving a sense of definition of this bit in here. Let's see if I can do this one. I thought it was going to work out, but I actually think I need to just do the lines of the holly. Now the lines will come off because it's heat. Erase a heat pen, so when I do that the lines will be gone. Oh, that one was stuck on, so that will just come off with the paper. I don't know if the lines from this one, I can't remember. Straightened out. There's that cheeky rooster. I'm going to try not to use my glue today. So I have my pins. Right, so I have, the drawer is stuck. I have some lovely lace. I don't think this is big enough. because it's going to be a continuation, and this is one big piece, I might just leave the piece, but then divide it into a space of a division, whatever that means. Actually, I think I really like that. So that's divided from this one to the next one, a bit like what Sally has done, but I will just keep mine as one piece. I won't cut it. So let's see what we've got here. If I cover that under there, take the pins out there and there, and just have that there. Move it up a little bit. You can see the stripe underneath, but I don't think I want it to be this wide. I don't know, but I have a feeling I quite like that. Because if I don't bring these things out, I'm not going to use them. And then I'll be just here forever and a day, won't they? That still had some heat in it, so that's why I did that. And I'm going to do that. Decision made. I really love it when I've made a decision like that. I'll bring that down here. Let's create something with these leaves. So I've put them here. I might get my, I don't know if I've got red. Yes, I have. I've got these here, right here. I've got these lovely beads in here. Now you don't want them too big, but I also don't want them to be too colourful. Does that make any sense with the red? Oh, but these do look good, don't they? I think those round ones there are the perfect ones. So I'm going to put those on there. 3 little ones. Better just put this on the floor. And I'm going to now think about something for the word holly. I've got these lovely napkins that Sally had given me. And so I don't know if that is, I don't actually even know what that is. But I'm thinking I want to use part of this here. So what I'm going to do is cut that down there. And this is all handwork, this overstitch here. Somebody's just done it by hand. I actually don't know if it's even a pipe, if it's piped work. Oh, look, I think it is. It is, look at that. That's just piped with zigzag. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? You could even make your own. There you go. Okay. That could go there. So let's snip it off. It's here. I'm going to use my big scissors. Really easy, and that's really thin. So let's get our beads back again. And Sally's got some Suffolk puffs. So this unpicker hopefully will work on this. gentle, and I do like to keep the Suffolk puffs intact, trying not to rip them or cut them, but some of them actually are very threadbare. Right. Always try and remember to put my lid on because I'm prone to accidents, so to speak. I like that. And that's going to go over there. And that possibly could go there with the word on, holly. So let's, is it going to be that big? Let's just do it that big. Oh, let's measure it actually, because Sally mentioned about measuring. Oh gosh, that's 9 inches. So let's bring that in. But I was also, what was I doing? Going to put some fabric down there, wasn't I? To join that. Yeah, I think that's better. So if I just cut that off to there. Oh. Keep this, don't throw those bits away. I was going to pick up that. I thought that bead was a pin. I did. I thought it was a pin again. Not going to use that green one, but I do need to get some fabric to split the fabric. I have this here. I quite like that, so let's cut that down. I need to use my Christmas fabric because it's just not being used. Right, let's fold that in here, and let's fold that in. So you've got 2 sides like that. So the selvage edges are, you know, the selvage is inside the thing. Sorry, I've got a pin in my mouth. Shouldn't talk with the pin in my mouth, should I? It's a bit dangerous. So that will make that all lovely and straight. And I'm going to put holly, the word holly, I think. Put that little Suffolk puff there. Put my word holly. So let me see if I can find Sally's first prompt. Now I'm sure she did deck the halls. She did deck the halls. Deck the halls with bells of holly, fa la 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 la. So I'm thinking I might put bells of holly. Did you like my singing? Bells of Holly. Now this texture one works as a friction pen too. So let's see if I can write something nice with it. Let's just move over a tiny little bit more. I could always bring that piece in. I never thought about how big I was going to do my word. I thought I was just going to do holly. Bells of Right, I'm going to have to just make that smaller, or I should just do it on a piece of paper like Sally does. Oh, I'm no good at drawing. Yep, something like that, because that fits on there quite well. I was trying to probably make it too big, so I'll just get my hair straightener thing and rub that out. But I will put my beads on, my red beads, when I find them. So my plan is to stitch that down, do that because that's what I want. Maybe just the one side and stitch in the middle so it holds the middle together of the thing here, and not stitch that, so I can put something underneath that side and do that, and I'll be back with the second prompt. I'm back to finish off my Christmas stitchery. Sally from Dotty Bee and Sally from Sally on Facebook group Dotty Bee Slow Stitching. I'll get that right in a minute. Now I finished my bells of holly. I put Christmas, I put some beads, red beads, and I found some tape which was here, so I'm using 25 numbers for the advent calendar from the tape, a Suffolk puff with some holly on it, and then we move on to the second prompt, which was presents. So I made some presents out of fabric, and I put some ribbon on. I've just still got to do things, and a little name tag there, and that's prompt number 2. Prompt number 3 is Peace on Earth. I've done that was Sally's little beautiful bird, so I've changed a few things. I made the swirls a little bit different, and maybe I put some wings. I might fix this up later. That's number 3. And number 4 is star shining bright, wonder, star of wonder, merry and bright and light. So this is number 4 prompt. That's I did copy Sally's star, but then I decided I wanted a little bit different, so I just found some stars on the internet from here. It's called firstprintable.com, and it was free, so I've downloaded some stars. I've done the big one, and I might just put two little tiny ones in there, and then that's the next, ready for the next prompt, which is number 5, and I don't have that with me at the moment. I don't know where the paperwork is for that. But also, I was looking through Jessie Chorley's Journal of Thread, and what a beautiful book this is. I've forgotten how lovely. But in the back, she has some lovely designs, which there was the star that I was trying to emulate, but not that tiny. And there's a moon, if you needed a moon for something or other. Little cottage, and I was thinking about doing the bird, but I didn't really like the way the wing was, and I don't know, I do love the love heart though around it. That's pretty cool. So I still think that some of the transfers I can use. I don't know why that's on that page there like that. It's a bit weird, isn't it? And that's on there as well, with that one. It's very strange. I don't understand that. Because you can take these out and trace them. But I don't know why they're on 2 pages. Anyway, let's not worry about that. So that is a lovely book, Jessie Chorley. And I know Sally's got this one and I had this one too. But it was just too complex, so I sent it back. And look, there she is using the numbers on there as well. So we'll put that one back. I've got all sorts here. So let's start and do. Let's finish off the presents, which I was doing, then I couldn't find the video, so I had to start all over again, which was a bit annoying. Been watching the cricket. It's all over for now. It's amazing. It was a wonderful game of cricket. Bit fast though, because it's already finished. It's supposed to be a 5-day cricket innings, but it turned out to be 2. So obviously both sides were very quick in wicket taking, and I suppose that makes the game shorter. Bit windy here today, bit cool as well. Let's take out that pin before I forget. It's very easy to remember to, very easy to forget your pins are underneath your stitches. I've done that once before and I've had to do my best to take them out. I'm only catching the present fabric slightly. I'm not doing big stitches around. Obviously, am I still recording? Yes. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm sure I pressed the button to record and I went to go and have a look at it and it's not there. But I did heat my tea up, so I must remember to drink my tea. Because I sew and then, or do some sewing and then I forget my tea's there. Now this project can be a project, an ongoing one. You know, you can just do the simplest of things and then maybe every year come back and add some more embellishment on it to create something. I suppose, you know, one time you could just do one present and then another year do another present and so on and so on. Or go on to the back and attach things to the back. So that I've gone all the way around there. Oh, this business of waking up early is really annoying. I can't help it. The dogs wake me up. And there's no point going and not feeding them because the old dog, Caesar, he'll just bark. So he'll just, after, if you know, you haven't got up, he'll just sit there and bark at you because he's deaf. And he's old, he's about 15 or 16, and you just continue barking, so you might as well just get up. And then I tend to not really, being a weekend, I try and go back to sleep. During the week I don't. Now I have to fix that up too because it's playing a bit of a wonky game, so I have to go and fix that up as well. Sorry about flicking it around and around. So let's do, I think I want to do this one here, but I've done it on this side, but I must have not realised and haven't finished doing that side. I think I did it with cotton thread. So what I might do is continue on with the cotton thread. This is where I lost my needle last night while sewing in the bed. I always forget to, I just never really figure out where my needles go. It's like they fall out of my hand. It's quite funny. The other day I got a lovely advent calendar subscription to Wild Dandelion on Instagram, and I got my package yesterday. Oh, I can't wait till the 1st of December. I pulled it all out and I've put it all in order, ready to go, but I cannot wait. My friend Michelle, her and I bought the same one, so I said to her, maybe we should open them together on the same day. It'd be crazy if we got different ones, and we could swap if we didn't like one, or it wasn't appealing. It's not like you don't like it, it's just not appealing to you for what you need to do. So I don't actually know what they're doing, what it is. Like it could be, I don't know. Is it all craft related, or, you know, fabric related, or junk journaling related, because she does junk journaling. So who knows, but I know I am excited. I've had advent colours in the past and been very disappointed, and I will never do it again from them. But this is a completely full box of stuff. She's wrapped them individually and put letters, tags on them for the numbers, and wrote little letters on the tag. So she's gone to a lot of effort to do it, and she has a wonderful shop as well. Now I do need to go across there, but I'm thinking I'm going to go up here. And attack this cross piece here and come back down, and then I just go back up. Sometimes I go backwards to go forwards on a back stitch. I don't really mind. Sometimes you go to do a back stitch and the space in between that one and that one is too big, so I go backwards to shorten it, just to even the space up. I'm not going to go there, I'm just going to come slightly under there and then come back down. There we go. It's quite easy to do these type of stitcheries, but you know, if you want to make them easy or hard, however you want to do them. Sally's just giving you the prompts, and then you just have to go and run with it in your direction. I always tend to poke the needle into my thumb. I know Rachel does as well. I sometimes get little bits of scratches up my nail, or actually there, see on my thumb there? It's all where the needle sometimes stabs myself. You can't help it sometimes, it just does it. Right, we're going to tack this down now. I don't know why I do that. I want to try and turn it up the other way, but then my hand is in the wrong direction. I hate it when it keeps coming out. It's like as if the thread is got slippery stuff on it. It just doesn't want to stay on the needle. Maybe I need a longer piece, I don't know. So I'm just going to go up and down with this piece. It really is just a filler, this piece of trim at the bottom. Nothing too complicated. Because the top has its own, it's not jagged, whereas this is where I had to cut it, so it's all frayed, or it will fray, I should say. Oh. Right, let's not worry about that. Let's get on and do something with the bird. I don't need to, I can finish that off later. Okay, what am I going to do with the bird? I think I need to have like a pearl colour, so I'll just go and have a look at my, or would I use this here? That might be nice to use, because you don't want white, that's the thing. I think all the other colours here that I've got are way too dark. So I'm just going to go and get my something else over here. I don't know what. Sorry, Mr. Winks. I am coming back. I couldn't open up the door because the dog had its bed in front of the door. So I've got these. So let's see what these are. I managed to get these lovely containers from Kmart. And they're really good. You find them in the craft section. So what do we want? We want a pearl colour, don't we? Or a yellowy. See, that doesn't look too bad. I have a feeling I wouldn't actually that's about the best colour, I think. What's this one here? Those two could even be the same, couldn't they? No, that one's more yellow. I don't even know. I haven't got them in any order. That one's not too bad. That's white. Oh, that bit can go in the bin. Sometimes I'm just not going to save those little bits, honestly. I think I like the yellow tone. Let's see what this one is. Oh, actually, I think I even like that tone there. What about these? No, that's white. No. That's white. What about these here? No, that's... Well, Peace on Earth is white, but for me, I want it to be a little bit different. They're all too dark. So we have made a decision on that one. And what's great about putting your colours in these is that, yes, you've got the numbers, but they're just in colour range and I can just go to where I need to go. Now that's going to shake the camera, but I needed to bring myself in because I don't have wheels on my, I'm on carpet, so I have to pull myself in the chair. Okay, so I am thinking I'm going to use 3 strands. Or even possibly 4. Or I don't know about using all of the strands. Maybe I need to use all the strands. Let's get the knot out of it first. Right, let's do 4. I like 4. Right, so I'm just going to chop this off here. And what I like to do is just chop the whole thing off of the 6 strands. And then whatever's left over, I just snap it in half and use the 2 strands as the 4 strands, and then you've used it all. I try not to waste it so much. And if I have the 2 left over, I'll just put them back on where I need to. Now it's probably going to be a little bit too long, so I'm going to wind my 2 back on. Because knowing my luck, I will lose that. I always seem to lose my threads. So that's my thread, and I'm going to get a milliner's needle. I don't know if that's the wrong needle or the right needle, but that's what I'm doing. I do like to tie a knot, but this is so thick, I'm just going to tie one baby knot. Now, unfortunately, I have sewn the two pieces together, so that is what it is. So let's start back here on the tail. And I have a feeling I want to do stem stitch, but I always get confused as to how to start this stem stitch. And I get a bit too, oh, that's typical, isn't it? I'll take that out for now. I know I'm going to have it there. I know was I talking about? I get confused sometimes with the stem stitch. So I don't know whether you have the yarn that way or the yarn that way when you come up again. That's what I don't know. I should look in my book, shouldn't I? That would help. And you know what I need to do is probably put some floss conditioner on my thread. I don't know if I have any here. I know it's somewhere, but I just don't know where. Right, let's get my handbook out and have a look. Buttonhole up and down stitch. Oh, I need to do that one day. I like that. Split stitch, satin stitch, seed stitch, spider web, stem stitch. Okay, let's so we've come up to A, B and C. So let's maybe A, B and C. And then you pull that down. Oh, I don't know how to understand what D is. Let's try that again. A is there, right? Then B is this back one, then up to C. And I suppose E is, how confusing. Oh, that's gone through there, then you've gone back over. So that's probably what I'm doing. So you must keep the thread to the left. I've been sometimes doing it to the right. So I have been doing it right. I've been chucking the thread on the other side. Yeah, that looks good. Now you only need a little bit. And if you don't catch your thread underneath, that's okay. You mean, you know, under there, that's all right because you've already got this thread and I have some netting type thing underneath. There. And down. I really don't understand. Yep, that's about what I'm supposed to do. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it here and I'll come back with this piece finished. I'm back to show you my finished piece. Finally, I have been able to do some stitching. Excuse me. The cool air gives me a croaky voice. And I've been working for 3 days and I was just trying to finish off my other book, like I said. and I have finished prompts 1 to 4. So I will show you the process. But first of all, I wanted to say thanks, Sally, for mentioning me in your video, just your recent one about the tape, and I had that idea, and I'm so happy that you took the idea and was doing that as well. And so I wanted to explain to you that you can also do the tape with the plastic type tape as well as the fabric. Now the fabric tape, I think I did show it on my other video, but the fabric tape is actually made out of fabric. So I have some tape here. You also have this type of actual tape, which is made out of, oh, what's that tape called? I thought this was a specific name to call this. You can just get this in your local quilting shops, but otherwise you can find the old Dean Made in England tape, and it's actually fabric. So I found this one. This one is more of a fabric, but it has a coating of plastic on it, whereas this one doesn't. It does slightly, but not as thick as that one. Or you know what? You just go to your sewing shop and get the original sewing tape. I don't even know whether I've got one here. I did have one, but I don't know where it is. No. But you know what I'm talking about. No. It must be in my other room. So I'll put the lid on that because I'm not using that. So I've cut my 25 days. Put that down there. I've got stuff everywhere at the moment. And so let's get on with it. So that's my tape. And also wanted to mention a couple of other people. It's Anna from Thumbelina on YouTube. She's joining in with Sally. Christine from Create and Crafts with Christine. And Paula from Craftosaurus. She's also doing a lovely video. And all the lovely people on the Facebook group too have put in some beautiful pictures. I've seen some wonderful ones. And gee, they give you some inspiration. So let me show you what I've been doing with mine. From the beginning, I have my 2 rolls, and I've put this one on here as a starter. Oh, sorry, this is the end. This is the end. This one is the beginning. So it'll start from sort of about there. And that's my number 1. And I've left the silver bit. It looks a bit weird, but I'm just going to leave it. I think I want to put something here, but I don't know yet. I have I have this cutout thing, this sheet, but I think it's a little bit too big for that. And what else was there? Oh, I could put something on here, couldn't I? I could put these words on here. 'Twas the night before Christmas and all through the house. Not sure, but that was just in one of my, you know, fabric scraps. So that's bells of holly. I've put some holly there, some beads, and actual plastic holly from the supermarket. Number 2 is my presents, and I made my own bows out of ribbon. And there's my number 2, continuing on with the tape. And this is a whole lot of labels that I got from Spotlight ages ago. Don't know when I'm ever going to use them, but anyway. Number 3 is my Dove Peace on Earth. And I've just filled it in. I've done it in cream. I've had to put some, let me see, had to put this over the top with Peace, but I'm not quite sure if you can even see that there. So that's Peace, number 3. Now, I finished this one yesterday and I realised I put Star of Bright instead of Star of Light, but I've left it. I'm not changing it. So it's chain stitch there. I did some chain stitch all the way around the star. I just got some Inktense paints and just did some star out that way. Now, where's that glue? And I did the little baby stars, and you can print them off the internet. And then I decided to put Star of Wonder, Star of Light, Star of Royal Beauty Bright. I probably should have gone that way, but I was just trying to do the circle. I've just stuck those down. I haven't stitched them. I don't think I want to be honest. Is there not enough? Oops. Not enough. All that will come off. Not enough stitching space. I didn't leave enough stitching space, so I just left it. Just got a little bit of stitching to do on the sides here. And all I'm doing is stitching this down with a bit of a running stitch. And I will leave it for there. And then I also found a red robin. So I want to thank you very much for watching my first 4 prompts of my video, and I'll be back hopefully quicker with my prompts 5 to 8. And also don't forget to go and check out those other people I mentioned, Anna, Paula, Christine, and obviously Sally from Dotty Bee, and check out what they're doing and the Facebook group. And don't forget to give me a like and a thumbs up, and maybe share the video if that's something you're interested in doing. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.